Welcome to my YouTube channel Tesla Live to Learn. In this video, I am going to explain you some basics of electromagnetic fields which are very useful in understanding electrical machines. So let's start with Faraday's law. Faraday's law states that whenever there is a change in flux linkage with the conductor, an EMF is induced in that particular conductor. I repeat, Faraday's law states that whenever there is a change in flux linkage with the conductor, an EMF is induced in that particular conductor. So what are all the requirements to produce an EMF? One is magnetic field. Second one is set of conductors. And third one is change in flux linkage with the conductor. So change in flux linkage. Flux linkage is nothing but amount of flux lines passing through the conductor. So the change in flux linkage may happen either due to relative space variation between set of conductors and magnetic field, or due to relative time variation between set of conductors and magnetic field. Okay. The EMF which is induced due to relative space variation is called dynamically induced EMF. And the EMF which is induced due to relative time variation is called statically induced EMF. For example, in case of DC generator, conductors are moving in a time invariant magnetic field. So there is a relative space variation between set of conductors and magnetic field. Hence, EMF is induced according to Faraday's law. In case of transformer, there is a presence of time variant magnetic field. Due to that, change in flux linkage is created with the conductors. Hence, EMF is induced according to Faraday's law. So, important point, in dynamically induced EMF, time invariant flux is there. In case of statically induced EMF, time variant flux. Okay, this is very important point. Example of dynamically induced EMF is DC generator, and example of statically induced EMF is transformer. So we'll move to Fleming's right hand rule now. So what Fleming's right hand rule states that if you stretch your thumb, forefinger and middle finger of your right hand mutually perpendicular, then thumb indicates direction of the motion of the conductor, and forefinger indicates direction of the flux, and middle finger indicates direction of induced EMF. So stretch your thumb, forefinger and middle finger mutually perpendicular. Thumb indicates direction of motion of the conductor, and forefinger indicates direction of the flux lines, and middle finger indicates direction of induced EMF. Let me explain you with the help of simple diagram. Let us consider a two-pole DC generator, and conductor is placed in the magnetic field. Okay. So let us apply Fleming's right hand rule at this particular points. Okay. The motion of conductor is like this. Let us consider that motion of the conductor is just like this. It is coming out of the board at this point and it is going into the board at this point. Conductor is rotating in this direction. So let us apply Fleming's right hand rule at this particular point. Stretch your three fingers. Forefinger indicates direction of the flux lines, and thumb indicates motion of the conductors which is out of the board, and then middle finger indicates direction of induced EMF. And at this point, same direction flux lines, and the conductor is going into the board, so the direction of conductor is into the board, and direction of induced EMF is middle finger. I think you understood how to apply Fleming's right hand rule. Now let's move to Lorentz force equation. It states that whenever a current carrying conductor placed in a magnetic field, it experiences a force on it. I repeat, whenever current carrying conductor placed in a magnetic field, it experiences a force on it. So the direction of force can be identified by using Fleming's left hand rule. Similar to Fleming's right hand rule, stretch your thumb, forefinger and middle finger of your left hand. Then the middle finger indicates direction of current, and forefinger indicates direction of flux, and thumb indicates direction of force experienced. So this is a DC generator. Now let us consider a DC motor to apply Fleming's left hand rule. So this is simple 2-pole DC motor, and flux lines, and in this conductor is placed. DC supply is given to the conductors. Okay, current direction moving. Now let's apply Fleming's left hand rule at this point. So this is what flux lines direction, and this is direction of conductors, and the thumb indicates direction of the force. At this point, direction of force is outwards board, and at this point this is direction of flux, and this is direction of current, and conductor is moving into the board. Okay, so the overall direction is like this. Conductor is moving from this point to this point, and it is rotating like this. So applying Fleming's right hand rule and left hand rule are very easy. I think you understood now. So stretch your thumb, forefinger and middle finger of your left hand to identify direction of force, and stretch your thumb, forefinger and middle finger of your right hand to identify induced EMF. So in this Fleming's left hand rule, force direction is thumb. In this Fleming's right hand rule, middle finger indicates direction of induced EMF. Now let's move to right hand thumb rule. Right hand thumb rule states that if you hold a conductor with your right hand, then thumb indicates direction of the current, and the remaining finger indicates direction of flux produced by that current carrying conductor. So hold a conductor with your right hand, then thumb indicates direction of the conductor, then the fingers indicates direction of the magnetic flux produced by that conductor. Very simple one, right hand thumb rule. Thumb indicates current direction, and the remaining fingers indicates direction of magnetic flux produced by that conductor. Now let us understand some interesting things, okay, which are magnetic drag and back EMF. So now what we have seen is Faraday's law, Lorentz force equation. So if we consider a simple DC generator, this is direction of induced EMF. Okay. Now carefully listen to me. These two are current carrying conductors, aren't they? So this current carrying conductors placed in a magnetic field experience a force on it. That is called Lorentz law. And in this generator also, these two are current carrying conductors. So these current carrying conductors experience a magnetic force on them. Okay, that is called magnetic drag. The motoring nature in generator is called magnetic drag. Similarly, if it is a motor, if it is a motor, these two are current carrying conductors, and these are experiencing a force on it in this direction. Now let us consider that this current is there, it is flowing like this, and force is in this direction. So there will be a change in flux linkage due to the motion of the conductor. So since current carrying conductor placed in a magnetic field, it experience a force on it according to Lorentz force equation, and simultaneously there will be a change in flux linkage with that particular conductor. So, according to Faraday's law, whenever there is a change in flux linkage with the conductor, it induced in EMF is induced in that particular. The induced EMF in motor is called back EMF. So these two are the, by nature there will be magnetic drag and back EMF. In case of generator, magnetic drag is there, and in case of motors, back EMF is there. Once again, magnetic drag is nothing but motoring action in generator is called magnetic drag, and the induced EMF due to motion of the conductor in motors is called back EMF. So this is basics of electromagnetic fields, which are very useful in understanding electrical machines. So in next video, we'll move to DC machines. Thank you friends. Please like, share and subscribe to my YouTube channel Tesla Live to Learn for more and more videos. I hope you liked it. So please do share this video. Thank you.